function, then we're going to say that x never repeats. So a good example of this would be our straight line. We've been working on lines for a while now because they model business for us. This is how a linear function in business would work. This is definitely a function. What about this? Marjorie, ¿es una función, sí o no? No. ¿Y aquí? Sí, muy bien. Sí, sí, sí. Okay. So, and here's how we talk about it. Here's how we look about it. We call this the vertical line test. We're going to take a vertical line straight through the function. And if in some time during that function it crosses more than once, then you know it's not a function. Okay? So, Marjorie was just right. Sí, no es una función aquí porque son dos puntos en una línea. So, no es una función porque x no repiten aquí. Si es una función, no repiten en x. Aquí solamente uno punto. Aquí. Alright, so sí es una función. No es una función aquí. Same thing though, let's talk about linear and nonlinear. Yeah, ¿qué palabra está en esta palabra? Línea. Muy bien. Una línea está en aquí. So, dice line, okay? Yeah, muy bien. So, un ejemplo, or one example we can have here is our true x and y. We can have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So, for linear, we're going to work on what we call common difference. La diferencia. And all that means, guys, is we're going to take our x's and our y's off to the side. Just like this, with little arrows. Más uno, plus 1, plus 1. All right. So if they're linear, we're going to have a common difference. So the common difference in x is plus 1, and in y is plus 1. So for sure this is linear. All right, so I'm also going to label this one. I can say that this is linear, and this one is non-linear. And I know that this is linear because it's a straight line, which means it's going to have the exact same common difference for my y's and my x's. Cada vez. Mismo. Aquí dice más 1 y más 1, más 1 y más 1, más 1 y más 1. Okay? So aquí va alto y la izquierda. Alto, izquierda. Es 1 y 1. Porque aquí en y la diferencia está 1. So alto 1. Y aquí en x dice más 1. So izquierda 1. Alto sobre alto. Alto, perdón. Izquierda. Alto, izquierda. Alto, izquierda. 1. Mismo. Okay, because these common differences are the same, this is a linear function. All right. So again, we were talking today about our slope. It's a big deal today. We're going to talk slope. And slope is where we take this one and call it cambio y, change in y. And on this side, we take this and we call it the change in x, cambio x. And the slope just means right here, we go up, so that's y, cambio y, change in y, and then we go over, so that's change in x. So the slope is the change in y divided by the change in x. In this case, it's going to be plus 1 divided by plus 1. And we know that we've got two intercepts as well. We have an x-intercept. The x-intercept happens when y equals what number? Good. 0. And the the y-intercept, my bad. Y-intercept is when x equals what number? 0. Very good. So we got the x-intercept, and we got the y-intercept. And we're always going to take the change in y divided by the change in x for slope. Okay. So this brings us to our first big template for today. We're going to work with slope-intercept. Slope-intercept. Porque tiene una slope y una intercept. Y-intercept. Okay? So slope-intercept. Slope-intercept is when you have y equals your slope times x plus the intercept, the y-intercept. So we're going to put that right over here. I'm going to use slope for green. Okay. So basically today, they're going to give you these two pieces. They're going to give you slope, and they're going to give you an intercept. And they're going to ask you, okay, write the equation from those two pieces. Okay? So they could say, hey, you have a slope of 3 and a y-intercept at -2. So today's lesson and practice, what we're going to go through is taking our y-intercept and our slope and putting them directly into our equation template. Dice substituir en esta ecuación. Substituir negativo 2 aquí y 3 en por slope. Okay, substituir. So aquí pone una y. We're going to first start off with y equals. Y luego m igual 3. So pone 3 aquí. Y x. Muy bien, Alan. Muy bien. Negativo 2. Good. So you can see those numbers right here in your equation matched. La respuesta aquí. Here's the final answer for that example. So you can see it's basically paint by numbers on a lot of these equations. We just need to take the number and put it into the right spot. That's all that's going to happen. Okay? A couple more words that we're going to talk about. I don't want to make sure I'm going too fast now. If I need to pause, let me know. Okay. Still copying. You okay in your notes? You got all your notes? Okay. All right, let's move forward then. All right. So we're going to talk now direct variation. Direct, ECT. Direct variation. Remember that your x and y intercepts were the ones where just the opposite was 0? So remember your x-intercept was where y equals 0. Your y-intercept is where x equals 0. In direct variation, they're both 0 at the same time. All right, so this says you need it through the coordinate point 0, 0. All right, so both x and y or 0? Yeah, we just started the notes here. So let's have the equation. 2x plus 3y equals 4. And they're going to say, it's just a yes or no. Right? They're going to say, hey, is this direct variation, yes or no? And the way we test for it is making 0, 0 true. So, Montre, what's your equation going to be if you substitute in 0, 0 here? This is going to be 2 times 0, good, because x is 0. Plus 3 times 0, good, which is 0. Equal to 4. Good, so what's 0 plus 0 here? 0 equals 4. True or false? False. So we can say that this is not direct variation. Por ejemplo. En este ejemplo, tienen una ecuación 2x más 3y igual 4. ¿Y por qué es direct variation? Porque direct variation pone un 0 aquí por x y aquí por y. Lo mismo aquí, 2 por 0 y y por 0 igual 4. 0 más 0 igual 4 no es la verdad. Sí. ¿Por qué es false? ¿Por qué es false? Dice not direct variation. Sí, ¿por qué es false? Okay. All right, so that deals with direct variation. The only other real things that we want to go through today are slope intercept. That's a new one for us. We'll talk about that. You doing all right now? Okay, slope intercept. All right, so slope intercept. We're going to have y minus some number equals m times x minus some number. Here's your template. Here's the pattern we're going to use. Yeah, yes, Andrew. Y minus square equals m parenthesis x minus square. And in those squares, we're going to put that coordinate point. So sometimes they give us 2 coordinate points, so we got to make the slope. Sometimes they give us the slope and a coordinate point. But we got to have these 2 pieces. We got to have the slope and the intercept. So I'm going to do 2 examples for you. Example number 1. I'm going to straight out give you the slope. I'm going to say the slope is 2. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I accidentally labeled this wrong. Sorry. Okay, so my bad. This was my fault. Look over here. We just did slope intercept because they give you the slope and the intercept. But here we want to do point slope because they're going to give you a point and the slope. My bad. Cross out intercept. You don't need that word. My bad. Perdón. Okay. All right, points up. So they're going to give you a coordinate point and the slope, obviously, now that we know that. This is going to be a whole lot easier. So I'm going to give you a 0, 4 here. All right. De colores. Okay. All right. So take the colors and put them where they're supposed to go. This is all about copying at this point. You're literally going to take these little puzzle pieces and put them into the puzzle, and that will solve it for you. All you need to do is write your equation. You're going to have y minus 4 equals 2 times x minus 0. All right, so there's one type of equation that you can see today when we get to our practice. There's another kind. And that's going to be where they just give you 2 coordinate points, okay? And we practiced this yesterday. This is where they give you something like 1, 3, and negative 3, 0. 1, 3, and negative 3, 0. Okay, este problemas, este preguntas aquí, these problems right here, they are the same. They do not look the same, but you need to get the same things out of them. You need point and slope. You need both of those things. So your point is going to be x and y, and your slope, either they're going to give it to you, or you're going to have to make it. And in this case, we're going to have to make it, okay? So let's make an xy list like we did earlier. And my x's are 1 and negative 3, and my y's are 3 and 0. Okay, Mr. Eric, what is this called when we take off numbers off of the side there? Yeah, this is the common difference. Very good. That's what we're doing. Anytime, guys, anytime we find the slope here, we're talking about taking a common difference. We did that right here. All right, so here again, we're taking the common difference. Slope means common difference. So we're going to put the common difference here was minus 4. The common difference here is minus 3. Let's prove that out. Let's make sure we know what we're talking about. Let's go on our number line. All right, we have 0, we have 1, and then make a little negative 3 down here. All right, here's where you started. A la empieza, a 1. And then here's where you finished at negative 3. So, la diferencia aquí dice 1, 2, 3 y 4. ¿Izquierda o la derecha? ¿Sí? So we got to go this way. So that's why we're using a minus 4, is because the total distance here is 4. And we went to the left, so it's minus. That's where we're getting this number from. Cool? Now let's do the en el otro lado. We've got a 3 is where we start, and a 0 is where we finish. So on the y side, you're moving 1, 2, 3 units. Okay? So that movement there, you went from 3 to 0. So again, you had to go left. 3 to 0. So that's why we use a minus 3 on this side, because you have to go backwards from 3 to 0. So again, this 0 over here is where we finish. We okay so far on number line stuff? No. Okay, what is yeah, so that's the coordinate point. We have 1, 3, so here's 1, 3, and then we have negative 3, 0. So negative 3, 0. So now we're just going to look at the x's and look at the difference. 3 plus 1 is 4, and I went from 1 to negative 3, so I'm going down. So negative 4. On this side, 3 to 0, I had to go down 3 units. When we go to our slope, Darlin, what's the equation of our slope? Ecuación por slope? Yeah, exactly. Yep, and we call that the common difference. That's what you're doing. There's an ecuación por slope. cambio. Ok, M igual cambio Y sobre cambio X. Change in Y over change in X. So, aquí, change in X. Y aquí, change in Y. Cambio Y es roja. En esta ecuación. Okay, so Montre, what would your slope have to be here? All right, so we're looking for the change in a Y. What number represents change in Y here? -3. Good. So we're going to put that at the top. And then what's our change in X answer? -4. Good. So Andrew, what's a negative divided by a negative? Positive. So this is positive 3/4 for your slope. Awesome. So M igual 3 sobre 4. M igual 3 sobre 4. Porque negativo sobre negativo es un positive. We are. Right, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. What we're saying is the opposite of the opposite is positive. That's it. That's it. Okay, so let's finish up. Coordinate, but Montre, which coordinate point do you want to choose? There's no right or wrong answer. 1 and 3 or -3 and 0. Which one? What? 1 and 3? 3 and 0. Right. All right. So I'm going to put -3 as my x value. I'm going to put 0 as my y value. Now I have all three pieces. I have 1, 2, 3. 3 pieces here that I need. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to take these 3 pieces. I have yellow, I have red, and I have green, and I'm going to put them into my equation because I have yellow, red, and green. So use this equation, use your 3 colors, and put them where they're supposed to go in the equation. En esta ecuación, pone estos números en esta ecuación. ¿Ok? So empieza con y menos, y luego dice 0. Porque 0 es roja, y aquí es roja. Aquí es y, aquí es y. ¿Muy bien? ¿Ok? All right, Señor Allen. ¿Puede una positiva frase aquí? Sí. Sí. En mi ecuación. Muy bien. Porque en mi ecuación tiene un negativo y x está negativo. Muy bien. Muy bien. Negativo y negativo. -2? Which one? We don't have a -2 anywhere. Oh, okay. All right. We're going to come back to this. This is going to be on our exit ticket. This is where we're going to spend most of our time today practicing. So from here, I'm going to give you your practice. We're going to work on that together. And then you'll work on it solo. And then by the very end of class, we'll be able to have our exit ticket. It's going to be over this information right here. Slope intercepts and point slope. Those are the 2 biggies for today. So these 2 equations right here. On slope, the intercepts, and on slope, the points. Both of those are only things that are going to be on the exit ticket today. All right? Like it.